Justin Haley will not return to Spire Motorsports for the 2026 NASCAR Cup Series season. Now, this comes as no surprise, with Haley seemingly being on the hot seat all season long after failing to find the same amount of success as teammates Carson Hocevar and Michael McDowell. Now, Haley has a long history with Spire, dating back to the 2019 season when he scored the organization's one and only Cup Series win in the weather-shortened Daytona Summer Race. Now, he ran part-time with them for a few years while running full-time in the Xfinity Series with Kalug Racing before later going full-time in Cup with Kalug. Now, in late 2024, Haley switched from Rick Ware Racing to Spire after overachieving in the RWR car to get a head start on 2025. Now, the 2025 season started off with lots of optimism surrounding Haley's number 17 as Spire decided to find more success with this particular car after not meeting expectations with Corey LaJoie behind the wheel. Now, entering the new season, Haley had two key members who won the 2014 Cup Series title with Kevin Harvick. Spire signed Ronnie Childress to be Haley's crew chief, and Childress brought car chief Robert Cheddar Smith over from the Stuart Haas Racing to take on the same role at Spire. Now, after the first handful of races, Spire and Childress parted ways, with the team's competition director Ryan Sparks coming back to pit road as the interim crew chief. You might remember we talked about it earlier on in the year on this very show. But to make matters worse, Haley also lost his pit crew members to Hendrick Motorsports. According to Jordan Bianchi from The Athletic, Daniel Suarez is the leading candidate to drive the number 7 Chevrolet in 2026. Now, team co-owner Jeff Dickinson as well said that parting ways with Haley was a decision that was not taken lightly because they've watched this driver grow up since his teenage years and helped strengthen the organisation to what it is today. The graphic here courtesy of Spire Motorsports. We couldn't have done it without you, they say, Matt, but turns out they can do it without him in the future. So with Haley currently 31st in points, while his teammates are 21st and 23rd respectively, is Spire making the right call to move on from him, or is it unfair given the revolving door that has been the number 7 team's personnel?
Thanks for your time, but here's the door. More on that in NASCAR Hots and Knots related later on. Yeah, I think there was a lot of sort of low-hanging hype about Justin Haley when this all came together. And then we had the Rodney Childress thing, which you mentioned, and we talked about that at the beginning of the year, and it was going to be, this coming growing team, they're putting all the pieces of the puzzle together. And it's just been a bit flat. Carson Hocevar has really taken the headlines in this team throughout the year with some great driving and some scrapes that he's got himself into, but that's Carson. That's what he does. McDowell's been solid, had a good run at the Roval a couple of weeks ago, which you would expect from Michael McDowell. He's a great road course racer. But Justin Haley, he's just kind of, much like Daniel Suarez last couple of years at Trackhouse, he's just kind of been there and not done a lot with it. And now it sounds like Suarez is going to end up getting this ride, which is good for Suarez, but it's a shame for Haley. So what does kind of the future hold for Justin? Well, I kind of feel like he should become like a Justin Allgaier kind of guy and go to the Xfinity Series, O'Reilly Auto Parts Series next year, Grand National Series, and make a career there. Win a load of races if you can, win some championships. It would be great for him and colleague to tie it back together again, because that was where he kind of came through, as you mentioned, Josh, and had all the early success in that portion of his career. But this sort of stint with Spire, although promised much, has delivered very, very little, which is a shame for them, a shame for him. But sometimes these things just don't work out.